You are listening to the Disney Dream Girls, an unofficial Disney theme parks podcast, and this is show number 599 for Sunday, the 14th of June, 2026.
Where dreams begin.
Hello and welcome to this week's Disney Dream Girls. My name is Michelle Young, and together with my jolly good chum Jayne Phipps, we are your guide to the place where dreams begin. Hello there, Jayne.
Hello there, Michelle.
Well, on this week's podcast, we have got so many good reasons why you need to listen, because we are going to tell you how you can save money. And I don't just mean the odd dollar and dime. I am talking about literally hundreds of pounds on your holiday. Would you like me to save you hundreds of pounds on your holiday, Jayne?
Well, if you can manage it, Shell.
Of course I can manage it, and I've got some hard facts that back this up. So if you are planning to go to Walt Disney World or the Disneyland Resort in California in the next 6 to 12 months or even further afield, you need to listen to today's podcast, because we are going to tell you how you can get some really cracking deals by being a bit savvy with how you go about booking your resort. But without further ado, we have to move on to On This Day in Disney History.
Okay. What we got?
14th of June, 1895, Cliff Edwards, the voice of both Jiminy Cricket from Pinocchio and Jim Crow in Dumbo, was born in Missouri. Happy birthday!
Oh.
He was named a Disney legend all the way back in 2000.
Wowzers.
Another day and another person was born. Burl Ives, whose Disney credentials include the 1949 So Dear to My Heart and the 1963 film Summer Magic. He was born in Illinois.
I always think of Burl Ives and Christmas and the snowman.
Do you know the English song, Lavender Blue, dilly, dilly, dilly? You know the one?
I do know that song, yes.
Yeah. I don't know if I was singing it appropriately because my head's just disappeared for the moment.
Yeah.
Well, his version of that said song became his first hit, and because of it, he was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song, and it's used in So Dear to My Heart.
Oh, very classic song, that. Very classic.
Couple of birthdays there. It's always nice to say a happy birthday, even though they are no longer sadly with us.
Yeah, nice to remember these people.
And now we are going to hop on over to a little bit of Disney news.
Well, what's happening this week, Michelle? Anything exciting?
Well, I've got food news, Jayne.
Oh, good. We like a bit of food news.
So the refreshment park closed all the way back on January 12th.
That long ago now, wow.
That long ago, and it's been refurbished into La Poutinerie.
La Poutinerie. Would they be serving La Poutine at the La Poutinerie?
Absolutely, and they are being sponsored by Air Canada.
Oh, hey, that's kind of cute, actually. I forgot we used to have sponsorships of things many moons ago. It's kind of cute we've got a sponsorship back again.
Yeah. The info put out by the Disney Parks blog says a taste of Canada at Epcot. La Poutinerie, hosted by Air Canada, brings a Canadian classic with a twist.
Ooh, so basically, if I understand right, it's chips and gravy, isn't it? And cheese curds.
And cheese curds, and it emerged in rural Quebec round about the late 1950s.
Oh, okay.
And it sort of started its start, really, as a humble bar snack. And now it is a celebrated cultural icon of food from Quebec.
Yeah, it's just one of those ones when people talk about classic Canadian dishes, and my brain would say poutine. I'm not sure I've ever tried any, to be fair.
No, I haven't. I've had plenty of chips and gravy in my time, but I've never had any cheese curds. But now I'll obviously have the opportunity to go and try some. Its mass commercialisation really began in the 80s and 90s. In 1987, Burger King was the first big chain to add poutine to its menu in Quebec. And then 3 years later, McDonald's followed suit.
Oh, would never have known that.
and it is now recognised as Canada's unofficial national dish. And you can see in fine dining establishments gourmet versions featuring such elevated items such as braised short rib, truffle oil, foie gras, or even smoked poutine.
Oh, I wonder if it's one of these things where people are very precious about, like we get precious about trifle, British trifle, and how it should be done. I wonder if Canadians are very precious about poutine and what is actually a proper poutine rather than all these ones that have had bits added to them over the years.
So now I am calling on our hordes of Canadian friends. Please get in touch, info@disneydreamgirls.com or via Disney Dream Girls podcast family, and let us know your thoughts about this eatery that is coming to Epcot. What do you think? The versions that you are going to be able to get in Epcot, there is an authentic version. Right. So that's your bog standard, the classic French fries, cheese curds and brown gravy, $10.99.
Okay.
Then there is a version with smoked meat, pickles and mustard gravy for $12.49, which is a nice sort of option. There's going to be some beverages offered there as well to finish it all off nicely. There's been a menu change as well at your favourite eatery, Jayne, Columbia Harbour House.
Oh, I've missed this one. Go on then.
They have slightly modified the salmon.
How have they modified it?
They have now prepared it as a maple mustard glazed salmon. And their chicken strips have also got a maple mustard glaze onto the chicken strips. So it asks me, have Disney got a really good deal with a company that provides a maple mustard glaze?
And there seems to be a bit of a Canadian theme going on then, doesn't there? Because if we're talking about poutine over at Epcot and now maple flavoured things, come on, you can't get any more Canadian than poutine and maple.
We said at the beginning of the show we were going to talk about saving money. However, I was amiss last week in my trip report.
Oh, what, why, what, who, when, where?
I didn't include Joseph's trip report.
Oh, no.
So before I took him home, we sat in my car. So hence there is car noise in the background. And I recorded a little mini trip report from the adorable Joseph talking about his trip and how much he enjoyed it. So I thought I'm going to have to share it with you guys. So here is his premiere debut on the Disney Dream Girls podcast, Joey.
Where dreams begin.
Where have we just been, Joseph?
Disneyland.
And what did you think to Disneyland?
Good.
Tell me why you thought it was good.
Because I like Buzz Lightyear ride.
Okay. Do you want to talk to me about the rides?
No.
Oh. What was the first ride we went on?
Small World.
And what did you think to Small World?
Better than Buzz.
So why did you like It's a Small World?
Because it's still my favourite.
Did you like all the dolls that were dancing?
Yeah.
How did it make you feel?
Happy.
Made you feel happy?
Yeah.
Was that a favourite ride of yours?
Yeah.
What was a ride that you didn't like? Was there any that you didn't like?
Yeah.
What were they?
The hotel one.
The hotel one. You mean Tower of Terror?
Yeah.
What did you think the ride was going to be like when we went into the hotel lobby? When you went into the ride on Tower of Terror, what did you sit in?
A seat.
And where was the seat?
Inside.
Inside what?
Inside the lift.
And what did the ride inside the lift do?
It drives super fast.
Was there any characters in that ride?
Zombie girl.
Didn't you like the zombie girl?
No.
Why not?
Because she's up and down. And the zombie girl comes up.
Oh no. Was she scary?
Yeah.
Would you ride that ride again?
No.
Ever again?
No.
Is there another ride you wouldn't ride again? What about the train ride that we went? That was called Big Thunder.
Is it fast?
The fast one, yeah. It went under a tunnel and it was all dark. Did you like that?
No,
Why not?
because it goes really fast and it goes round and round in circles.
Did it make you feel dizzy?
Yeah.
Would you not ride that again?
And it gone up a hill super slowly.
It did go up a hill super slowly. You're well remembered.
And it stopped.
It stopped, and then what did it do?
Drive down!
And was that really fast?
Yeah.
And what did you do?
Cry.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Would you go on it again?
No.
Ever again?
No.
Let's talk about Spider-Man. What did you think to meeting Spider-Man?
Good, I like Spider-Man.
What did Spider-Man get you to do?
Do this and this.
He got you to do some poses. Wow, that sounds fun. Did you meet any other characters? Who else did you meet?
Mickey Mouse.
You met Mickey Mouse. Was that fun?
Yeah.
Did he sign your autograph book?
Yeah.
And who else did we meet?
Anna and Elsa.
And what did you do when you met Anna and Elsa?
Give them a hug.
They like warm hugs, don't they?
Yeah, like it.
Oh, did you go on their ride?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
No.
Why didn't you like it? Did it go forwards or backwards?
It gone this way.
Forwards.
And we saw a lot of things.
Were they like snowmen type things? The snow geese?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Gone backwards.
Is that the bit you didn't like?
It gone down the hill backwards too.
Oh no.
We saw a monster.
You saw a monster as well.
Yeah.
Wow, sounds a busy day that we had. Did you eat any nice food?
No.
What about the ice cream?
I didn't want any more.
Did you see any parades, Joseph?
I did.
You did? What were the characters doing? Were they singing and dancing?
Yeah.
They were. And what did you see in the castle?
Dragon.
Tell me about the dragon.
It can't breathe fire.
It didn't breathe fire, but what came out of his nose?
No.
Smoke. Was it nice and bright where the dragon lived?
No, it was dark.
Did we see any pirates?
Yeah.
Did you like the pirate ride?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's my favourite too.
It's a favourite too. And I remember going on Dumbo the Flying Elephant, and what happened with Dumbo?
Got off.
Did you want to get off?
No.
Oh.
It was going round and round and round.
It was. It went round and round and round. We went on one ride the most. Do you remember that was Rapunzel's spin?
Yeah.
How many times did we go on Rapunzel's spin?
7.
7 times. Did we get a bit dizzy?
Yeah.
Did we see the nighttime show in Disney Adventure World?
Yeah.
Would you recommend everybody go to Disneyland Paris?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I love people.
Do you love Disneyland Paris?
Yeah.
Oh, have you had a good time with me?
Thank you, God, myself.
Where dreams begin.
Bless his cotton little socks. He's not bad for a 5-year-old travel vlogger.
I'd say I'm getting flashbacks to when Kieran used to come on and do his little bits.
Gosh, I know, that's going back in time. It's a bit hard now with all these time zone things because of him living in Australia. I can't catch hold of him to even speak to him, let alone get him to record his Kieran facts.
Well, at least Joey's in the same time zone, so you just have to manipulate things when he's next over to get him to do some other little bits and pieces.
True. So I said at the beginning of the show we were going to talk about saving you money.
Mm.
And I've got 2 different ways we can do that.
Oh, okay, right.
The first one is something that I have spoken about before on the podcast. I have done before on the podcast, and I've done it again. It's like, what's that song? Oops, I did it again. I have my finances in front of me. I've spoken with our lovely Patreons before about this. I am going to California for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
to go and visit Disneyland as my Christmas present to me.
Yes.
And one of the things I really wanted to do was to tick off a major bucket list item off my list, and that was to be able to slide down the monorail slide at the Disneyland Hotel.
One of these little things that we have, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, I've visited the hotel, I've eaten in a lot of its eateries, I have spent time sat there, wandering around there, but I've never actually stayed there. So I thought, you know what, I'm really going to want to stay there. And I did find out about the club level rooms at Disneyland, and the upcharge on them is roughly about $750 to $800. And that is, you're just getting your normal room, and then you're paying that extra premium price to have access to the club level. And I'll be honest, I was incredibly tempted, and I did book it.
Ooh, but I feel booked coming on.
Well, the old finances, and you know that part of your head that sort of says, stop being stupid, wasting $800 on going in the club room when you can actually just go in the Disneyland Hotel and then eat at Napa Rose and still have change.
Yeah, it's that old financy thing has to get in the way, doesn't it?
It does a bit. I then thought about, I want to stay at the Disneyland Hotel, and I thought, well, what can I do to enable this to actually physically happen? And once I'd got away from the idea of being extravagant, I could just basically get a room-only deal. When you're staying at the Disneyland Hotel, there are different offerings that are available to you. You can stay in the Disneyland Hotel itself and have one of the towers that are there. And these are the rooms that have been scheduled to get refurbished, but they haven't been yet.
Okay.
And you are looking at about $950 for one night in a standard view room.
Whew.
And that is a room with either a king bed or 2 queen beds.
Right, okay.
Some of them sleep up to 5 adults.
Right,
And
so, yeah.
this was the room I was going to plump for. And when I sat and thought about it and thought, it's a bit dated, it's a bit dark, and the only bonus point for me staying there would be sitting on the bed all night with the lights off, playing the press button on the headboard to get the headboard effect. I thought, you silly woman, you can do that on YouTube and not pay such an extortionate price.
Well, there is that, but you know, then there's also the actual physicality of doing it.
True. And then I thought, well, they've recently released rooms at the villas at the Disneyland Hotel. These are bright, light, and full of little Disney nods as well. And I thought, oh, they look zhuzhy. I fancy a bit of that. And I thought, well, I'm staying for one night.
Yeah.
They have something called the Duo Studio, and it's basically a very small room similar to the Riviera Resort over in Walt Disney World, where you walk in, there's your bathroom, there's your sort of like area with your mini beverage cooler, your coffee machine, etc. And then you have a 2-seater sofa, but there's actually no permanent bed. The bed comes down from the wall. It's one of those Murphy beds.
Yeah, got you.
And that works out per night at a rate of $786.
So getting towards a couple of hundred cheaper.
Yeah. Now, if you want to have a room that's got a bed and then a further Murphy double, yeah, you're looking at adding on to that about another almost $200.
Right, okay.
But I thought, it's one night. It's not going to kill me.
No.
The studio's enough. I'm going to get on the monorail slide. I'm going to have all that saving. And then I thought, I can save a bit more money.
How?
I can rent DVC points for the Disneyland Hotel.
Ah, okay.
Now, bearing in mind, we're 6 months out, I didn't think I'd get availability. And because it's only for one night, I didn't think they'd be able to fulfill my request because it was only for one night.
Oh,
Normally,
okay.
they like to have a couple of nights, but I tried.
And
Do you know how much I've ended up saving?
by the fact that you sound very pleased with oneself, I'm guessing a good amount.
Yeah, I've saved $260, Jane.
Wow, yeah, on one night.
I have got a one night stay in a duo studio for $528. Now,
Nice.
admittedly, you pay the amount up front, but that is a massive saving. And even though I'm in the United Kingdom, I've been able to work through with the DVC company that I chose to use, and we'll talk more about them in a moment. I sent over a deposit to show my interest along with what I wanted. They came back to me and said, this is what's available. Happy, yes. And then I paid my amount and I got my confirmation. It's now in my Disney Experience app for Disneyland.
Nice.
Now, I asked myself, can I do the same for Walt Disney World?
Okay.
So, Jane, for your trip, did you have a look on a DVC calculator to see if you were able to save anything?
I did, yeah. To be fair, there was only one place that came up for the time that we'll be there. It would save me on the overall cost of the holiday around about £200, about 300 and something dollars, roughly. That would be staying in a deluxe studio, what is classified as a value at Animal Kingdom. As far as I'm aware, this would basically be a deluxe studio in Jambo House. There'd be no view, there'd be no fancy pants or anything like that. That was the only one for those dates that I've selected that would come up as anything cheaper. There was a few that were a little bit more expensive, but not overtly more expensive. If you were looking at other deluxe resorts, then the price jump was going to be quite significant. But what I did think, I was chatting to Simon about this, if we were going subsequently and there was more than us going, this is where I think the DVC could play into our hands, because you could get that deluxe resort experience, but because you're paying, as I understand it, for the room rather than per person, therefore you could elevate your experience, be a bit more picky about the resort that you wanted to stay at, in the knowledge that, providing you can get something to accommodate however many people that is in your little group, and then split that cost between you, that's when things start to become even more desirable or cost effective for you. And I think this is what it boils down to, isn't it? It's going to come down to that cost effectiveness of what you want from your vacation against the prices that you can get on some of these DVC sites. And obviously from a UK's perspective, obviously you've got to factor in things like our travel expenses as well, whether you're comfortable doing these sort of things as individual elements or whether you'd rather have a package deal. So there's lots of different bits and pieces for people to think about, along with using travel agents that are based in the US rather than UK travel agents. Because as you said before, Michelle, if you're buying DVC, then you're going to have to pay up front. One advantage that we've both had in the past of using an American travel agent is you can delay that money and keep it in your bank account for a little bit longer until you're actually there on vacation.
Another plus of using an American travel agent, like we have done with Christine Sir from MEI,
Yeah.
if there is an offer released by Disney, she will apply it to your booking and reduce the price.
Yeah. And that's what we found on this particular time around. We had a $1,250 reduction because she was able to access one of those offers for us. And obviously, we're currently in June. We don't go to the end of September. Who knows whether or not something will crop up between now and then? We just don't know. I'm just picturing you now, Michelle, although I can only see your face, as beautiful as it is. I'm imagining a sea of paper in front of Michelle with lots of columns and lots of pros and cons and lots of numbers and jiggery pokery trying to get everything to work. And this is part and parcel of the fun, isn't it, of planning a Disney vacation. It's not just, oh, I go on to insert name of travel website and I blindly book their package deal. As nice as package deals are, and as comforting as they are, you know, there are lots of other ways to do this thing nowadays. And a lot of it is so much easier. I think back to when we first started travelling in the early 90s. You didn't have any options. You know, you basically went to your travel agent that was on the high street in your local town centre and you booked your holiday through them. Now we have these wonderful keyboards at our fingertips, and it means that you can access so much more information and these deals, as you rightly pointed out.
Coronado, as you say, meets your needs because it's got a gym.
Yeah.
And as a moderate, it's a rarity.
It is, yeah.
If you're booking with DVC, you get the benefits of a deluxe resort.
You do.
And you will tend to have the deluxe side of things. But another massive bonus of having a deluxe is that you get an Epcot after hours event and a Magic Kingdom after hours event each week.
Yeah.
So at the moment there's an Epcot night, I think Monday, and Magic Kingdom Wednesday, and it runs for 2 hours after, and you get that. And that is a massive plus. A downside you kind of alluded to, you are staying for a very long time, and for a DVC company to get that number of points for you would be tricky. But say, for example, you want to take Moles, her partner, and Ethan. Well, this is where something like stopping at Saratoga Springs or Old Key West, where you can get those rooms that have got 2 bedrooms.
Yeah, absolutely.
And 3 bedrooms. That is where you are going to save your money, because you can have the 1 unit. You also have additional benefits which will aid overseas travellers like us, of an in-room washing machine and dryer, which is a massive bonus if you are coming for a longer stay.
Yeah, and I say this is why sometimes it's like a lot of things in life, it isn't always about that base price. It's looking beyond and looking at the pros and the cons of all of these things. Because obviously one thing you don't always get with DVC is your daily housekeeping. So that's something else to bear in mind. But like you say, you know, you are going to get those extra bonus bits. I think
a lot of people don't like getting daily housekeeping. So for some people, not having that housekeeping and not having that visitor every day, admittedly, you will still get the security check.
Yes.
You can't stop that. But if you don't want people coming in and making your bed and refreshing your towels, that's great. And just like you can at Pop, at one of the DVC resorts, if you want more towels, you want more coffee, you just pick up your phone.
Absolutely. And also, you know, you do have the ability, because a lot of these studios actually have a little mini kitchenette, you know, you've got your microwave, etc. So you've got that other extra thing where, you know, if you want to do a little bit of something in your room, then you can do with food. I can see for Americans that, you know, can turn up with a trunk full of you know, grocery shopping, it could be quite advantageous. And I think if you can only have a short stay and, like you say, take advantage of those extra magic hours on an evening for these deluxe resorts, that could also play into the equation for you. You know, I have to say, for us, you know, we're very fortunate because we come from the UK. We're going to do, you know, somewhere around the 10 to 14 nights. We all know we'll get to see everything that we want to get to see, whether we have those extra hours or not. But if you're limited on the time that you can spend at Disney, then that's another reason to take these into consideration so that you can get those bonus hours that you wouldn't do otherwise.
I also contacted the DVC company I booked with for Disneyland purely because I've used them before, and I would never recommend something that I am not 100% behind.
Yeah.
I book my trips under my personal email. I don't book it under the podcast.
No.
When I reached out to them, I did not do so for any financial gain. I did not say, oh, if we mention your services on our podcast, can we have X, Y? None of that. I just said, we're going to be talking about this. I'm a customer. I've used it before. Please, can you give us some top tips? And they got back to me.
Oh, lovely.
So we strongly recommend booking 7 to 11 months in advance of the check-in date to give yourself the best chances of having a reservation secured. The closer to the 11-month window, the better. As well, we will take forms up to 12 months in advance so we can be ready when the 11-month window opens. Once something sells out, it's pretty rare to see it come back. Okay. On that note, we do have the confirmed reservation section on our website where owners can list reservations which have been previously secured so that they do not depend on current availability. Maybe a member's booked a trip, decided they can't go on it, but maybe someone else might want 3 days at the Polynesian in July.
Oh, okay, got you. Nice.
So sometimes these last-minute stays are discounted even more so that they are more of a deal. So that could be a part of course someone might want to look at first. Now, they do say they cannot book packages like you can book certain packages with Disney. They can assist with purchasing theme park tickets, dining plans separately as well. I didn't realise that.
Oh, okay.
And they can also apply most active promotion to ticket purchases as well.
Nice to know.
Being a DVC guest, you will get the same perks as other guests staying in a deluxe Disney World property, including early entry, extended evening hours, free parking at the resorts and parks, advanced dining, lightning lane reservation windows. And the biggest tip she personally likes to give out is that her team are always there to help 7 days a week, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern, over live chat on their website or via phone or via email. And they are happy to answer any questions, whether it be about resorts, theme parks, or anything Disney. We hope you find this information useful. And that is from Tacey Bennett, their social media strategist. So if you have used this product, let us know. Have you had any success with it? Has it been something that you would highly recommend? Now, I appreciate there are other companies that offer the same thing, but I have not tried them, so I am not going to give any shout outs to them. So we mentioned about saving you money. I've told you about Disneyland.
Yeah.
Jayne's spoken about Walt Disney World. After I do my cruise, I have a 9-night stay at Pop Century.
Okay.
I got in touch with my travel agent and I said, what are my options? The issue I have is that I have booked Disney transfers to and from Port Canaveral as part of my cruise package.
Yeah.
The downside with that is Disney Cruise Line will only take you to a Disney-owned resort.
Correct.
I had that in the back of my mind.
Right.
I got an amazing deal through from friends over the Swan and Dolphin. Now, I have stayed in many Bonvoy hotels and I am a member of their Bonvoy plan where you get credits and bonuses, etc. every time you stay.
Yeah.
And the hotels that they have on Walt Disney World property is the Swan, Dolphin and the Swan Reserve.
Yes.
They sent me an amazing offer from July through to the beginning of September, and some of these deals were amazing. Up to 30% off for Florida residents, 25% off for teachers.
Oh, you're a teacher, Michelle. I know that.
I'm a teacher. So I worked it out and I thought, hang on a minute, with that 25% discount, I can get the Swan and Dolphin, namely the Dolphin, for the same price as Pop Century.
No.
Yeah, because of that very generous 25% discount.
Ooh.
And why am I interested? It's a deluxe and I get entry to 2 theme parks for extra magic hours.
Yeah, nice.
The downside I had was because of the cruise.
Because you couldn't get your transfer to said hotel.
I couldn't get my transfer to the Dolphin. So what I've ended up doing is decreasing my 9 nights at Pop to 3, so that I can get back. And then I looked at those 6 nights and I priced up via DVC, and I looked at the amazing discount that I was being offered from the Dolphin Hotel. And it was very comparable, that I could have got an Animal Kingdom room, I could have got a boardwalk room, I could have got Old Key West, Saratoga Springs for a comparable price point for those 6 nights. And it made me really sit and think long and hard about what I was going to do. The rooms over at Kidani, which have been recently refurbished, maybe that would have been a good deal for me. But in the end, I went with Dolphin. And as I say, I got my Dolphin Deluxe for less than my Pop.
Wow. So the moral and the lesson learned today, people, is shop around.
Absolutely, 100%. That Disney maths does pay off. And I'm talking about saving considerable money here. And on top of that, I have got the perk of being in a more comfortable hotel at the Dolphin, where another plus of the Dolphin is you get daily housekeeping. Unlike at Pop, it's every other day.
Yeah.
And I get those extra hour events. And I'm a bit of a sucker for the Dolphin. Having stayed there twice before, I love how comfortable it is. I love the fact I can walk to Epcot, I can walk to Hollywood Studios, I can use the friendship boats. If I want to go to Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom, there are buses, or I can walk over to Beach Club and use the bus facility there, or I can get an Uber.
Yeah, lots of different options and stuff, isn't there? But I think this goes to show that there are, say, your DVC points, there's your package deals, there's travel agents UK based, there's travel agents US based, and then also the element of, I mean, I've done it before, Michelle, sign up to these different hotel chains membership schemes, because you've always got member rates anyway, and then you don't know what little nugget is going to come in your email inbox that you can take advantage of.
Exactly. And to be honest as well, this is going to sound really geeky, I had so much fun doing the maths and looking at YouTubes of what's better.
Yeah, well, this is what we thrive on, though, isn't it? As Disney people, we are innately intrigued by all things Disney, and we are intrigued as much by the planning and the looking forward to, and the trying to get the best out of what we want for our vacation as much as we can.
Yeah, but the little messages across to yourself and to other friends saying, what would you do? Would you do this or this? Or what would you do? Would you do this or this? It's really interesting. I've had so much fun doing Disney maths. I will say, with regards to the Dolphin, they have their offers on their website. It does say for the educator discount, I have to take my ID with me. This says nothing about me having to be an American educator, which when I had my Ministry of Defence ID, I wasn't able to take advantage of the military discount because it was only for the United States.
Ah, okay.
So anyway, we shall see. It's a very exciting time to be a theme park fan. Planning next year's holidays, maybe. Thinking about later in the year. Have a go. Try some prices out and see what you think. Have we enabled you to save a lot of money by giving these suggestions to you? If you do want to get in touch with David's Vacation Club, I'm going to link up their website details, their emails, etc. in our blog, disneydreamgirls.com. Go and have a visit, see what you can save, and see if this is something that would suit you and your family better than what you have got. And let us know. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, lovelies, as always, we want to say a massive thank you to our wonderful Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for keeping our show advert free, and supporting it financially to keep it up and going, because our next show is the Big 600.
Wow. How did that happen, Michelle?
And I will also say that over 600 shows now, we have made some amazing friends, and it is so lovely to have a message pop up saying, I'm in Animal Kingdom today, here's some pictures. Or somebody shares a trip report on the Disney Dream Girls podcast family page on Facebook. And it's so lovely that we may not have met you, but you are our friends, you are our family. We love the fact that you are with us on our Disney adventure, because we don't always get it right. You know, we don't know everything, but we like to share our views, opinions, and experiences so that you can get the best possible time when you spend your money on going to Disney. Until next week, it's a goodbye from me.
And it's bye from me.